Spirit says, why are you playing it small? Someone spoke up. Why are you playing it small? Why are you playing it small? Why are you playing it safe? This is about your legacy. Don't you want to graduate? I think a lot of you forgot that this was a year to commemorate yourself from passing the tests of last year. Ooh, let's talk about it. It's gonna be deep. And y'all already know it's gonna get deeper. This was to congratulate you. This year was not to beat you up. This year was not to put you in the ground. A lot of you manifested exactly what you wanted. Before this year even started. And then this year, a lot of you took a chance to deport what you thought wasn't for you, or whatever you thought. Like, y'all got worried. Y'all got worried. This is going to be an interesting reading. And it does tie into that divine masculine, divine feminine reading. It does and it doesn't. This is more going to be that Alchemist Oasis reading that I've been waiting for so long. But we got really impatient. Really impatient, or too patient enough to realize that we became the patient. They said, what are you grateful for? This is why I said we have to get to November. I'm trying to prepare y'all for November. I'm hearing y'all are too lax. Like too comfortable. I'm hearing this is gonna be the last laugh. Oh, this is gonna be intense. It's gonna be a very intense reading, and we hope this will get you started. I'm hearing. We hope that this will get you started. We hope that this will get you on your path. Y'all got too comfortable, which made you become too hopeless. Imprisonment, paralyzed. Again, you're worried, you're scared. Scared of what? The Knight of Wands here is talking about you're the hero coming in. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Like, you're the hero. You're the rebellion that gets out of this suck energy, the Jupiter and Gemini, which was this Eight of Swords. Like, you're not playing the hero in your own story. You forgot that it was you, the whole time. Don't forget. Like, don't forget. Don't you forget that this story is your story. You're becoming too lax. You're allowing certain things that are definitely in your control not move forward because you're afraid of the story that you might have to web to get your story online. You don't want to be selfish enough. It's really what you don't want to do. It's like you don't want to be selfish to, or tied to the creation, not of the ego, but what the energy can give you, like what it can really teach you, what it's showing you. saying, why are you stuck? That's the last video that I put up on my YouTube. Like, you're not stuck, you're resistant. And let me put this in a full perspective. If you recognize right now that you're actually more resistant than you are stuck, I wonder what you could really say about this story. I wonder if you saying that, no, I'm just resistant, how much more power you would actually hold in your hand of how much you are the creatrix. I mean, boo, we already went through the Mars and Leo retrograde at the top of the year. Now we're going to go into a Mercury and Leo retrograde in July. This is the total review. Y'all, this is going to be deep. I've been waiting for the message like this. I know that y'all been like, okay, I'm fucking with the love. I was fucking with the love too, but I was just like, okay, let's get back into the building blocks of how we create. I'm going to pull a little bit of a divine feminine reading. Just a little bit. Just because I saw this combination and I'm just like, yeah, you got to do it like this. You need to be brave. You need to be brave. You need to be brave. You got to be brave. I'm going to set up a little bit of a spread for y'all. Just so that we can get into these messages a little bit deeper and quicker. I'm finna step outside with y'all real quick. We're gonna take a little break, because we definitely gonna have to get deep into this. I need a little bit of a peppermint to get me a little bit focused. So that's why I'm chewing on this. Because, babe, I'm gonna have to be really grounded with this message. Then we're gonna look at the transits. Of course, we're gonna build those transits into this message. And then, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna really look at this card right now. I want to be surprised just like the rest of y'all. You gotta be brave, boo. You gotta be brave. Speaking to myself too, you gotta be brave. Sorry, I just read the message. And it hit. It hit. I'm sorry. It hit. It hit real bad. It hit real bad. It hit real bad. What? How reverse? Okay. That was a reverse. Yeah. It hit real bad. Yeah. It hit so bad. Y'all are a little weird when my live goes to pause. Thank y'all for the 10K likes. I appreciate y'all. Y'all get a little weird when I get off the live, meaning when the live gets paused. So stay on the live. I didn't go anywhere. I need to pull up something. Okay, I got to pull up something. Or, I need to pull up something. Oh, that makes even more sense. Makes a lot of sense, actually. Like, what are y'all afraid of? Are you afraid of your power? Are you afraid to be excessive of how powerful you are? Are you afraid to get addicted to the power? Are you afraid to get obsessed with the power? Something is definitely karmically tied when it comes to... Because again, when I told y'all the other time that I was on live, I needed to look at all y'all's birth charts, I was being for real. Because I'm just like, it never fails. Y'all is a power-packed group of people that I have read y'all's charts. Very powerful. Y'all can do some things. Y'all can do some things with y'all's charts. Okay? It does not fail. Okay. Yeah. Y'all need to believe again. Okay. So we step into July. Already entering take a divinely guided chance. But this is really happening around this full moon in Capricorn, which is also saying you are the light. This is a buck moon. This is second deacon. This full moon is happening in the 12th house, so this will be a Aquarius rising chart. So this will be more about the collective more than just the individual. This is also talking about full collaboration moment. The fixed star is Shelik. The aspects are trine Mars, sextile Pluto, and sextile the node. So this is a very important moon, especially with dealing with Mars and the node, really all of them, honestly. But I was going to say the sextile to the nodes, this is an opportunity if you take it to really launch yourself into your destiny. The North Node is in Pisces. The fact that this moon is in the 12th house and the 12th house naturally rules Pisces, this just gives this extra layer of our spirituality. It's a spiritual moon. The asteroids that it's making an aspect to is Sirius, square to Sirius, sextile to Juno, square Chiron, and it's conjunct Eos. Eos talks about new beginnings, fresh starts. The tarot card for this is the Three of Pentacles. It's that extra layer of that collaboration with that Aquarius rising element. And then the healing crystal is carnelian. Okay. If y'all need some carnelian, let me know. It should be on the website soon. It's the intention for this full moon, or really the manifestation, is gratitude. We're also, goodness gracious, guys, I feel like I can't scoop myself down, but it's awakenings, wishes coming true, trauma relief, leaving sleepy psychosis, leaving COVID umbrella, dignity and interfering, poise, full kingdom promise. Okay. And then we'll get to that new moon in Leo energy, and that will be for changes. That being said, full moon in Taurus. It is making a sextile to Pluto, it said. Which is interesting. I think that was really what I was saying, is more the North Node to Saturn. And then the moon is making a trine to Mars. And then making an opposition to Jupiter. I mean, not Jupiter, to the sun in Cancer. Sorry. Goodness gracious. Sorry, y'all. Let's start with the messages. Let's see what we have here. We have the mask, duality, protection, and caution. Let me kind of take this off real quick. Okay. We have the mass, duality, protection, and caution. We also have in the mundane world, no, now I roam inside the concrete jungle. Where is my home? Okay. I am everything I need. That was, yeah, that's what I read. We have pranama, but in the reverse. We also have to be enlightened, lighten up. We also have the goddess Yungwen, Kuan Yin, compassion, and wombat, exploration. Okay, for this full moon, you can wear blue, royal blue, yellow, green, a little pink, a little white. And you need to let yourself free. That was the last full moon, which was in Sagittarius. This one is saying you need to really set yourself free. You really got to set yourself free. Of the restraints of your mind. I'm sorry. July speaks about Kairos. It's a union. It's time. Mystos time. We'll also talk about the Namimundi. The Thoth here is speaking about for the divine masculine. It's fertility, 7 of swords. The Kabbalah is the uprooted. The goddess is Sophia, divine wisdom, which is so super interesting. Symbols, the dark braid, and solitude. Okay, this is a moon to pay attention. This is a moon to pay attention. It is pay attention. Ooh, Lord. Pay attention to your surroundings, yes. It's not saying don't pay attention to your surroundings. But in this version of this full moon, it's about paying attention to the opportunities that come with it. This full moon in Capricorn talks about work-life balance, structure needed. Romance settles down after the past Venus and Uranus conjunction. And then knowledge is power. This says, to understand this lunation, we need to strip it back to basics, working with it by first thinking about how ambitious or not you've been lately. Have you been working too hard and neglecting your personal life, or vice versa? A rebalancing of this situation is called for. Have you been ruthless? Sometimes we feel like we need to be, but do we really? Is that not just an outdated patriarchal paradigm that we can drop? Think about whether you can work smarter rather than harder. Another question to ponder this illumination: where in your life have you been allowing your head to rule your heart? Capricorn is all about logic and facts. It's the energy you use playing chess and working out 3 moves ahead and how to take your opponent's queen. The full moon in Capricorn can only happen when the sun is in Cancer, which is a sign of home and family and soft underbellies. At this full moon, ask yourself whether you've been too hard-hearted, or hard-headed. And if the answer is yes, think about how that has served you. It is so easy to fall into the trap of thinking that to be successful, we have to crush our rivals or competitors, and that we need to hustle to get anywhere and be available 24/7. This full moon reminds us that there's more to life than work. It is also a time to be honest about whether you've been trying too hard to control someone else too. No one likes to be controlled unless they have some kind of domination fantasy. Okay? So what I will say, like, this is kind of like a check-in right before we dive into Christmas. I don't know why we are already in December in the fall, but it, like, I did say get to November, but this is like an energy of, when I said the 8 of Swords and the Knight of Wands, I did say this is, because when the moon is in the 12th house, the 12th house is definitely about a retreat. It's definitely about just being more gentle with yourself. But when it's in Capricorn, it's kind of like, okay, no. It's like, okay, like where do I need to really balance? The 12th house is the opposite of the 6th house. So it's kind of like there is a jump start, but the jump start is about recognizing that you are the hero itself. This is also doing a trine to Mars, so there is some type of action. So this is why the Knight of Wands is here. 8 of Swords. This is prison, imprisonment. That's that 12th house, moon in the 12th. It's giving like, it almost feels like a damsel almost. But it's like a king or someone coming in to save someone. But I feel like this is really you coming in to save your soul. Catch up moment. It's like it's not about you defeated the ego or the beast. I can see this here leading into that new moon in Leo. But this is not about the attainment of bending the beast. What this is about is finding your will to attract the greatest beast ever and actually being the hero. I mean, this is this is definitely a story. And I feel like this is talking about like the Pluto in conjunction. There was a Venus and Pluto in Capricorn conjunction that started in December of 2023. And I feel like it's finishing this story. But Venus is sitting here with Uranus though. And that's interesting. Venus is actually conjunct with Uranus though. Let me put this up again so y'all can see clearly. I want to see clearly. Ooh. Y'all, yep, it's doing it at this time. Pluto in Aquarius. Y'all see that? Pluto in Aquarius making this trine right over here to Venus. And this Uranus conjunction that's happening. This is interesting. Like, this is like really saying like a message. You're not the damsel in the distress like you once were, hun. That's what this is saying. I am everything that I need. In the back it says, the soul doesn't judge your desires. It works with who you are and where you are now. Ooh. The law of correspondence, the law of resonance. The strength card is saying that you have to be brave. You have to actually be brave this time. To inspire, to create. I feel like this is also burning down the village, burning down. Yes, this is really what my book was talking about. This was really about burning down something that got too heavy. That got too heavy to carry, too heavy, like it was an eyesore. It was becoming a part of you. It was becoming like your new identity. Your ego was fueling this old identity that now, like, the snake has finally, like, you finally caught up to the snake, or the snake finally caught up to you. This could be karma, or you've been outrunning your karma. Whether it was good or bad, it really doesn't even matter. Because the devil is karma. Jupiter is in Cancer. Jupiter rules the wheel of fortune. It's in his exalted sign. This is like the wheels have finally turned. The wheels have finally turned. The wheels have finally formed and said an actual message. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this real quick. I want y'all to see this. So this was the past new moon in Cancer. So this full moon in Capricorn, we're going to actually finalize this lunation. What I wrote for this new moon in Cancer was about, I was the original author. No one could stop this pen from being written. It was design and destiny, storytelling at its finest. Took back my power today and opened a new shop in Harlem. And as you can see, this Venus and Uranus conjunction that, you know, is starting to creep forward here is also making this square to this lot of fortune and almost this conjunction with the Mars in the first house. So this was about examining not only like this identity, but it's like you're it's like you're scheduling out a time for this new stature of yourself to emerge. But it's like you had to do something first. And you're recognizing with this devil card, what were they trying to reverse? What was this mask that they were trying to make me continuously to rehearse? Where was I trying to find the home of where I belonged? Did I not really seek the true power of who I am? It's time to read Pranama. Let me read that. They keep telling me it's time to read Pranama. So it's the 8 stages of yoga, control of breath. Breathe, inhale. When it's in the reverse, it says breathe, inhale, 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Repeat 6 times before continue to read. So let's do it. Breathe, inhale, 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Just this practice will change the rest of your experience with this deck. How we breathe is how we live. Have your breaths been fast, shallow, and rushed? Has your life had similar qualities? When we move through our breath without observance, we move through our lives without observance. Life is meant to be cherished, inhaled, and devoured. Whenever things seem to be moving too quickly for words, come back to your breath. Especially those times when you feel like you can't take an extra 30 seconds off to breathe. That is when you need it most. Time is your perception. You choose how fast it moves. Okay, y'all, this is crazy. This full moon in Capricorn, like Capricorn rules over time. Saturn rules over time. Where's Saturn? I gotta clear the display, y'all, again. Let me just keep it cleared. Okay. Saturn. Oof. It's all the way over here. Saturn is sitting over here at 1 degrees. Next to a vertex point. This is something that's very faded. Well, this was the new moon in Capricorn. The new moon in Cancer. So let's see. But that was a foretelling. We could tell from there. Saturn is sitting down here in the 3rd house, sitting next to Neptune, making a conjunction to Neptune. You know what this is saying? And it's definitely saying communication. It's all over the place. This full moon in Capricorn can be a little all over the place. And the why I say that is because of this trine, this Pluto trine to Uranus and Venus. And then it's making a sextile to Saturn. So this is like this other half of what the moon is doing here with the moon trining Mars. But Mars is making that square to Uranus. So with that south node. So there is something that could be volatile at this time. We have Capricorn at 18 degrees, which deposits this energy back into this 8th house. So there is this level of an underbelly of transformation. And so it's like Saturn is saying embody now. It's sitting in the 3rd house of courage. So we're talking about that bravery. Be brave, dig deep. We are going into an underbelly. 18 degrees is an evil degree. So we're going and we're seeping into this extra illusion. And this illusion is at 2 degrees. Now Neptune is retrograde. So this is a very powerful play because Mars is the ruler of Aries, and Virgo is this strategy, this, Mars and Virgo, there's this strategy. I don't know, y'all can't see it. Yeah, there's a strategy in the 8th house that, okay, if I'm ready to come undone, if I'm ready to release myself, what am I ready to release myself from? It's 8th house themes. So we're releasing ourselves from debt. Could be karmic debt, pending karma, or there was like a pending karma from the past. Again, we talked about how wish is also coming true. But you don't know quite yet when this wish is coming true. You'll know when Mercury goes retrograde. There's something that will come back. It always happens. There is this message about the devil, though. It's very clear and deep. Let's get some more cards here. So we talk about compassion. We talk about to be enlightened. You have to lighten up. And then we're talking about our breath here. Like how deep is this? Because Gemini is also the ruler of our lungs and sitting in the 5th house. Sitting in the 5th house. Where's Mercury? And then Mercury's going to go retrograde. Mercury sitting over here in Leo, coming towards this lot of fortune. So there is this wish. The lot of fortune is this fortune that's coming to us. And there is this new beginning. This is something that's really, we just talked about it. Like, no one can take your destiny. If you feel like you've been off track, or if you've been feeling like something took you, try to drag you, and it's like you thought that you was walking somewhere. No, Spirit's really finna come in. There is a distraction here. I will say this, but no approval. This is what this full moon in Capricorn talks about. So it's no approval to shake things up again. No performing, just execution. Driven by land and yards, I came here to claim my state. I was a power to the people, shaking up all the odds. Driven by first place. A finishing blessing when you are the chosen one to release the slaves from the hell gates. A dream of mine coming true. Resilience is key. It's that Leo energy. That's the state. The power of the state, the Union Jack. I just wrote in my notes. I wrote these notes last year, y'all. These were the notes of me channeling everything for this year. July talks about the union. The Nami Mundi. Something is going to get uprooted. You have to be very in sync. This is also about realignment. This is also about realignment. This moon, this full moon. What are you afraid of, they said. This is the head of the state. Knowledge is power. Something about Sagittarius energy as well. But Jupiter is down here. Neptune. Be looking at Jupiter, Neptune. So this moon is going to affect Capricorns in the 2nd decan. So if you have between, I think it's 10 and 19 degrees of Capricorn, this full moon is going to definitely affect you. Yeah, 10 to 20 degrees of Capricorn. Virgos. This is definitely going to affect me. This is actually going to square my 10th house exactly. Good leaf. Okay. Let's see what else. Cancers. 2nd decans. For sure. All cardinal signs. Aries and the 2nd decans, though. Aries, Caps, Libras. All them. Who else? Virgos, for sure. I would say, like, A little bit of the early second decan. Definitely Virgo. Sagittarius. Definitely with that 21 degrees of the South Node. I'm pulling y'all in there. Oh, who else? Pisces. For sure. Virgo, Pisces. And then that's pretty... Yeah. And a little bit of Aries. This is all about rebalancing and realignment. This is... I don't think y'all... I don't know, y'all. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all even ready for this? What makes you stop self-sabotaging yourself is that you stop thinking that this life is about just, if I do bad or if I do good, I get a reward. It's not how life works. Not in this life. You just do. You just be. You don't think about the good and the bad. You don't do the negative self-talk because you already know that negative self-talk just creates a reality that might not be as desirable as you think it is. You just understand that this life or your mind is the perception. We've been talking about perception. We had to dip dive into love, and love is going to really teach us something here. This isn't just something that, we just skip over. So, the 7th month talks about, it says here, like 7 is the best month to release self-sabotaging belief systems and patterns. You're blocking yourself by the if, what, am. The if, what, am. But if, what, and am. Am I even ready for this? What is it? What? Just basically the what. And then the ifs. What if I fail? Which basically means, what if I'm not enough? But Spirit just said here, I am everything I need. And then in the back of the deck, it says the soul doesn't judge your desires. It works with who you are and where you are now. So Spirit is saying, wait a minute. I've already given you the cup of emotional fulfillment. Because to get into the spiritual realm, you have to go through the water realm. I've already given you this cup to drink of plenty and pleasure and serenity. And water is cleansing. Cleansing you away from everything that was here to trap you, destroy you, to disillude you into a different path. But your path was designed for you to really know yourself and not be separated from the self, not to be distant from the self, not to be distant from the mind, but for the mind to complete itself, for the self to complete the mind, for the spirit to know the self and the spirit to know of itself through the mind. Spirit is saying that all working parts are just as compatible as it is to be in a relationship. Opposites attract. And everything on this planet is here to help you, grow you, and succeed you into the future. You just have to turn that worry into being positive. You're allowing your imagination of the what ifs of life will come. Your mind is the very thing that creates everything. It's not your... The trick of the Matrix is to make you also believe that there's something else out there that's trying to distort you from not creating the reality that you want to live in. I don't know who wrote this to me, but this, I keep everything. Let me just read this. It says, the first thing is, be aware that the devil is about to be removed. The mind is the door to the spirit. This is the only way the devil has of getting to your spirit. Don't think Satan's thoughts after you think God's thoughts. Let's say that one more time. Don't think Satan's thoughts after you think God's thoughts. The power of patience is released by threefold decisions. Decide God's word is true, decide to act only in faith, and decide to speak only faith. Your mind is the creatrix that creates this. The ego, or the bell of who you are, the beauty and the beast, is you. You're creating this. If your mask would finally fall off and understand that, yeah, you belong, you have a home, you have a legacy, you have a purpose. But you keep playing it safe, you keep playing small. That's why that Virgo South Node is there, and it's saying, wait, Cancer teaches the Leo how to build the home, how to build the structure, how to create. Like, it teaches Leo to open up, to expand, even though the crab is in its shell, but it's at the deepest of the ocean floor. It explores different parts of the world that people do not necessarily roam. This is why Leo has such a big character. This is why Leo can create this charade. So we had Mars retrograde in Leo. And then we're going to now have this Mercury retrograde in Leo. Then we are having Jupiter in Leo next year. So there's this big sporage of a moment that's happening for Leo. And then Leo is getting opposed, literally, for the next 20 years. So what is Leo about? It's about children. It's about creativity. It's about romance, sex, creativity, being the actor, just devoted expression, loyalty, royalty. It's a fixed sign. It's about the heart, expressing the heart, going into the 4D. So Leo has this mission that speaks not only for the collective, because it opposes the collective, but it speaks for itself. Leo knows the Nine of Cups well. Even though this is Jupiter in Pisces, 2022 was the mirror, but it was also the stage. We got the Wheel of Fortune in the back of the deck with the Tower card. So even though Jupiter is in Cancer, love it, it still has a Saturn effect in Aries. And it's like the King of Pentacles to me is like the mask coming off, or the divine masculine in the earth realm is now having this awakening and this shift. There has to be a shift. Am I breathing correctly because Mercury is expressing my sun? Am I breathing the fullest expression of my sun? It's my life showcasing what my soul doesn't judge my desires, because that's Mars energy. Mars is your desires. It's about, it works with who you are and where you are now. That's the higher octave of Mars. It's working through your soul. Your sun is the soul. So the soul is not judging the desire, which is Mars, that second masculine energy that creates that bang, that creates that boom. It's the ascending nature of Mars that speaks about the balance of who I am and how much I love thyself, that retreats into Venus, the moon, those different portals, even Neptune, into the womb of the kaleidoscope of itself, of Mars, which is man. Man's been on a journey to find the recognition, to find the achievement. This is also like a Jupiter, like Capricorn energy. Have I found success? Have I found, because Jupiter in Pisces was back in 2022. So look back at 2022. The moon in Sagittarius, that full moon in Sagittarius that passed, Nine of Wands. Something about being guarded, being persistent though. Something about being fully resilient, having stamina. And now we're here at this full moon in Capricorn, and it's asking us, are you ready to let go of what you thought it would take to be widely successful? Let me say it again. The soul doesn't judge your desires. It works with who you are and where you are now. Page of Wands, and we talked about this, the divine masculine coming back into the sun, coming back into the light, coming back to itself, its highest glory. We did talk about this, y'all. I talked about this. The divine masculine coming back forward towards the sun, the divine feminine having the sun. I think I should have probably put it on YouTube, but I feel like I have the video downloaded, so maybe I'll put that up first. I am successful even when I feel like I am not important. It's like the small breadcrumbs that you get, you turn them into the greatest rewards, or you turn them really greatest into self-achievement. The Nine of Cups is teaching the Nine of Wands. I mean, this is Jupiterian energy. Jupiter in Pisces, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Success and achievement, fulfillment, or your wishes coming true, talking about this full moon in Capricorn, is really by the backbones of your challenges, your resilience, this fatigue, this stamina that you have, like this pull. And this is Sagittarius energy. It's like finding the truth to get this achievement, to get this success, this reward, this almost Saturn energy too. You find it through the non-mi mundi, Cancer, Sagittarius energy, the soul of the universe. You find your personal power back into the sun, and I feel like the divine masculine is finding his personal power, coming back towards the sun, being reminded of what Spirit gave to you at the top of this year. Like, we gave you a gift. You were the gift, and the gift was also given. You looked somewhere else and you got caught up in the third party energy. You got caught up somewhere else. You got caught up losing and being worried instead of being positive that there is a long haul to this. Full moon in Capricorn. The wombat is exploration. Adventure is here. Page of Wands. The divine masculine coming back into the sun. A new start. Guys, my phone is finna die. Give me a second. I'm hearing God has never left your side. I'm hearing God has never left your side. I'm hearing you are the fortress. You are the home. I'm hearing you are the home. I'm gonna have to put y'all right here. You just forgot that you were home. Through all the challenges, or you were watching the challenges of life, of other people. And then you forgot all about your gratitude and what you're grateful for, what Spirit gave to you. How Spirit was so compassionate with you. To be enlightened, lighten up. You need to have a work-life balance. Everything is not survival mode. All of this is not just to teach you how to survive. It's teach you how to just be persistent. Behind every great wall of achievement, wishes, and coming true was a person that went through a set of challenges that has a testimony. Moon and Sagittarius, the storyteller, the current, the one that's going through. You're the hero. The hero's journey. Y'all don't remember that? Y'all don't remember that story? No, that's what the tarot talks about. It talks about you and on your divine journey back to God. Hello. About completion, the world card coming back into completion with the divine, with the four beasts, talking about in Revelations. No? Okay. Well, that's what y'all have to understand that, baby, I told you, kept speaking about it since the Taurus thing. It's here. You have so many blessings. Now it's time for you to be more imaginative. What are you going to do with it? The universe wants to speak to y'all. So we're going to pull out some universal cards, because the universe getting a little sick and tired of y'all. The universe has your back. Everyday miracles. In the law of positivism. You want to live an everyday, just beautiful, speakable life? Just get these 3 decks. Devote your life for 30 days. Really for the rest of your life. And just pull cards, these 3 cards. And integrate it. I got a Jupiter in Sagittarius. So look, honey. Life is successful. Okay, I've learned a lot. I would like to go on some more beautiful journeys. I had a beautiful journey for my birthday. Like, it was very beautiful. Like, very, very beautiful. Like, all I wanted. We didn't need much. It was beautiful. God just was able to send me home. Okay. My phone got a charge, so we're in a weird position. So just flow with me, if you'll allow it. Oh. Also, there's nothing wrong with you. And if you getting down on yourself and you just feel like you have bad luck, girl, boy, good luck to you. Because I'm hearing Spirit says, we don't want no sad wuss. I don't like being around people like that. Like, woe is you. Because it ain't no woe is you. Life keep cooking. Like, you never know what this experience is trying to teach you. I feel the love of God within me now. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Ooh. These some powerful messages, so it's gonna be going on. Yeah, that's that message. The Holy Christ is born in me today. The sign of Christ is all there is to see. The song of Christ is all there is to hear. The hand of Christ is all there is to hold. There's no journey but to walk with Him. You can put it in like as a Christian story. This is really just Christ consciousness. Through the exploration of Venus. I told you the story. I hope y'all understand. If you didn't get it, you didn't get it. I don't know how to tell you. The sight of Christ, the song, the hand. To see, hear, and hold sound like three of the senses, which is Venus. The senses is Venus. So Spirit just saying, it's you. Venus is love. Fifth house is love. Leo speaks about love. It teaches Libra. That's why Leos and Libras like each other. Because it's all about that love dynamic. Okay? Your sun sign, your Venus sign. Right? No? Nobody know? Okay. That's why Mars is here to teach you how to love, because Mars is the actions you took to bury yourself away from love, or to bury love, or however you separated yourself from love. And this is why they say God is love. But if you know, you know. So Venus is getting pulled in here, and Venus is now saying, hey, hold up. I have much of a prophecy that I am very much a part of. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all of the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. You've been self-sabotaging yourself for so long from finding the love within yourself that you continuously to find people that seem like they don't ever love you. But in actuality, all those people that you feel like have barriers against love, this is telling you that you yourself have barriers.
And so therefore, Spirit is saying, stop seeking after them. You need to seek after what is inside of you that causes you to bury love. I'm unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Again, Spirit just keeps saying the soul doesn't judge your desires. It never did. It's just about speaking about who you are. So what you focus on is what you become. The garden, your mind is the garden. It's the embodiment. This is why Spirit speaks about you will recognize them by the fruits that they bear. But what are those fruits? That's why I got my notes that I wrote a couple months ago, before 2025. But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. What the divine masculine is going to start to recognize in this month is that, yeah, someone tried to steal your destiny. Someone tried to destiny swap. Someone tried to destiny swap with your divine feminine. Someone tried to definitely destiny swap with your divine masculine. But you have every single way to get back on track, to take hold. Yeah, there's going to be people that want to have what you want. But they recognize you by the fruits that you bear. You're not attracting anything outside of you without the equation being attached that you are the mind reader of your own matrix, pulling in the reality that you are resulting yourself to be in. You're unlocking a different set of your mind at this time when Uranus goes into Gemini. This is for the next 7 years. This is a divine upgrade. This is why Pranama came here to talk about your breath. Like, how are you breathing? Because it's creating the embodiment. The mind is the embodiment. The mind is looking in every direction in your peripheral of the memories of your perception, which is the belief that you have about life and really necessarily yourself, because you are the one that is breathing life. You have breath life. You're the one that's breathing life. So once you change the perception, mind, Mercury, breath, lungs, Gemini energy, the shadow, the way that you communicate, the one that you express your sun's soul, whether if your soul is dimmed or not, is going to be expressed through your Mercury. How you think, which is going to be the expression of the embodiment. Mercury is also walking outside, doing things into nature. Mars, man, went into Venus, which is nature, and Mercury is the mind that is moving the human vehicle, which is the moon, Cancer. And this is why it says it's the soul of the universe, the Anami Mundi, because you are the embodiment of what you say you are. I'm just trying to help y'all out. So apply it. There is no one outside of you but the character that you made in your mind to remember you. That's it. You just have to reawaken in your memory bank, which is the mind. Work with a higher stature of creating reality, which is Neptune. You've already slayed the beast. You've met many beasts. You've met many layers of your barriers to the pursuit of love. You survived, love. You're good. This is what the Venus and Uranus conjunction is going to be all about. People are breaking up. People are making up. People are surrendering. And it's a window. But there's many other windows. Trust and hold it. I'm not underestimating my magic anymore. Power, beginnings, transformation, full moon in Capricorn. Ashe. Don't worry, darling. You'll find your way. The red rose, overcoming obstacles, finding joy and carefree. Ashe. It's time to leave the old behind. Rebirth, shedding the chrysalis, taking risk. Y'all. Powerful. Powerful. The full moon in Capricorn, if y'all want to know, is a quantum leap forward. It is. It is. Trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help y'all. Risk is better than regret. Y'all be able to get this soon, or y'all be able to see it. Let's get more into this message. My heart is open to receiving love. This is 3D. It's about your confidence, I'm hearing. Confidence attracts love, if you didn't know that. The reason why someone comes up to you is because they have confidence and you're exploring your confidence. It doesn't matter if this person wanted to siphon your energy or wanted to love on your energy. You had something inside of you that attracted them. Y'all have to understand this. This is how the law of attraction works. Regardless, in any altercation that you have or any type of harmony that you have, there's confidence. There's allure. It's your sun that makes people attract to you. Not just your Venus, but your sun, your soul, soulmate. This is why you have so many soulmates. Okay? In Cancer season, okay, you can attract, if you're a Cancer, you can attract some soulmates. Some familiars. And it's depending upon their sun sign. And you know, this depending upon how much they're a soulmate. You have many soulmates. You'll recognize who they once were, career-wise, occupation, whatever, who they were to you, just based off their sun sign. And moon. Okay? You attract your person through your sun, not just your Venus. Your Venus is really about how you love. And any type of form of interaction, there's a sense of confidence, a sense of belief, a sense of direction, partnership, the socials. I mean, it's Leo, it's Virgo, it's Libra, and it's Scorpio. The waters of creativity and sensuality flow within my hara. So there's an overflow here. Can't underestimate your magic anymore. You can't underestimate who you are. I completely surrender to my path in the back of the deck. And it's grizzly bears. So this is like you getting grounded first. Grounding in the depths of who you are. And then showing up as poised. Wishes already fulfilled. You know? Getting things aligned, getting things in position. My passion and visions are expansive as the sun. Y'all. You know, there's not much we have to do to talk about what Spirit is trying to show you. Son of God or Christ. However you want to come from any other angle. The angle is this. You've had the cup. You are the cup. You are the Ace of Cups. The divine has given you the source. The 3D layer of romance is coming down. It's coming. You are seeing it being played out one by one. But when you finally open your heart to receive magic and you stop underestimating the magic of love, you'll be able to move forward. The 7, the cherry, we talk about it in these notes over here. We do. Hold on. 7 is associated with the chariot, the generator and motivator of change. 7 is movement. 7 is also divine. Best month to release self-sabotaging beliefs and systems and patterns. Yep. Inner child is here as well, too. Alright, y'all. Those are the next few messages that we are going to be deep diving into. So we're going to be talking about the sun. We're going to talk about Venus. We're going to talk about Neptune. Yeah. We're going to talk about, really about opening your heart chakra, receiving. We're going to talk about your 5th house more. Yeah. I think we got a good layer of a foundation of what we're working with for the month of July. But wait, before I get off, I forgot. We gotta go through the transits. Got to go through the transits. I'm sorry. I forgot. We have to go through the transits. We have to go to the transits. That message was hitting. I don't know about y'all, but that message was hitting. That message was hitting. You gotta stop playing it safe, yeah. Stop playing it safe, yeah. Also, I feel like y'all need to have some more compassion for yourselves. A lot more compassion for yourselves. Because the way that y'all just be coming off be like how you treat yourself. Me too included. Don't get it twisted. Anyways, those were beautiful messages. Now let's break down these transits that we have coming up because it's going to be a lot. So, we've already been through June. So, again, welcome to the month of July. We have a lot going on. If you don't know, now you know. I don't know how long I want this quick study session to be with the transits, but we gotta go quickly. Oh, I didn't even finish those. That's what. Okay, so I understand why I said sun rays now. That makes sense. And this isn't a physical forward take action moon. That's not what this is. This is a taking action in the spiritual realm so that what comes forth and the new moon in Leo, full moon in Aquarius energy will take root. But there is wishes coming true. But give me some time to look at this. The reason why for this is because this is leading us up into a Mercury retrograde. Okay. Okay. So July is kind of giving a bit of surprises. Why I say this? Because Uranus is going into Gemini. Gemini gives a little bit of a trickster energy. Uranus is surprise energy. Gemini is trickster energy. Variety. So new things are here. The new things that are coming in is really just more of a childlike enterprise. This could be a happy time, but I'm hearing it won't for all of you because you're separated from your inner child. And that's what I'm feeling like that's all it's going to tell you of how and where you need to shift. If you're not connected to your inner child, I feel like that is going to be where you finally openly shift. And you might talk about it. Uranus and Gemini is about talking things through, being rebellious through different forms of communication and self-expression. News as well, how things get spread, how things get communicated, how things get shared. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What I will tell you for July. If to just wrap it up in a one little simple thing, you will see how far misplaced you are in any type of form when it comes to your shadows and comes to the roots of how connected you are to your inner child. There will be some things on display. I'm just gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. So shift. When you see it, if you don't see much and you're in a good place and you're feeling good, make sure you check yourself, your shadows. Your shadows are going to be pretty much out saying to you what you need to shift. And will be an awakened, immediate shift. I'm going to say it like that. Uranus enters Gemini. We pulled the King of Cups, a Saturn return as well, because Saturn is going retrograde on the 13th of July. This talks about a strong revelation begins. That's what I'm pretty much talking about. A turning over and merging into the future. Focus on higher and lower self merging into one. High tech and different experiences. I also said to go viral, you must want change. You must want to change something. Uranus will be in the 11th house. So this is kind of up there. It is kind of being a little bit put on displayed. A little bit here. This is a very fated moment. I do say that this is news because Moon is in Sagittarius. It's interesting that we said this. We've already pulled this card. Moon in Sagittarius, which is the 9 of Wands, which is really interesting. What else will I say? At 4 degrees. So this is a double take energy on that new moon in Cancer. It's the fire we make. Yeah, this is about action, boo-boo. It's definitely about action. Taking action. So with that being said, it's definitely some action, but it's getting the missing pieces. It's getting the little pieces in order. Okay. Don't fight yourself this time. There is a boat at the full moon in Aquarius. So this quantum leap is happening at this full moon in Capricorn. You need to start landing things around this new moon in Leo. Don't fight yourself. Full moon in Aquarius. 6 of Swords energy is here, where there is a selling off into success. So be ready for that. Oh, y'all wanted me to talk about the past life connection to your legacy? I think I did talk about it. Look at your sun sign. Look at your sun sign. Look at your south node. Start there. I'm going to get off of here. I got a lot of notes to pull through with this message. This message is very interesting to me. So, because it's the riddle. It's the riddle and the seed. So, we'll see you next time. I'll be back soon.